What's going on YouTube? It's No Fuss Giving Trade back with another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about why Pisces make people feel uncomfortable and the truth that nobody admits. And I'm gonna break it down for y'all. So everybody knows that Pisces make people feel uncomfortable. In every way, a Pisces will trigger a person, no matter how old you are and how young you are. So in this video, I'm gonna break it down for y'all, as I mentioned, the hidden Pisces traits that make people feel exposed, nervous, intimidated, and misunderstood. And I'm gonna tell you, why do people feel uncomfortable, Pisces? Because you read their energy. And you're able to spot fake people without even trying. And see, a lot of times, Pisces, you don't even chase validation. See, you don't need it because you trigger reactions naturally. So when you do this, it boils down to people, either they love you or they hate you. But when you take the hate away from the equation, what you have here is, if they love you, that's one choice, or they just can't figure you out. See, so this is why I'm wanted to do this video, because I'm going to reveal to you guys why Pisces leaves such a strong impression on people. Now, I'm gonna give y'all the 20 reasons why Pisces make people uncomfortable. And I'm gonna tell you guys, number one is the mere fact that Pisces, they notice things people try to hide. So this could be emotion, this could be anything that you may not want to get out. You could just not want people to know certain things about you. It could be something good or bad. Let's say, for example, everybody says they're fine, but a Pisces, if they hear this, they're gonna know they're not, in such a way. Number two is, Pisces oftentimes, they ask deep questions. A lot of people don't like that. That triggers people, those particular questions, even if they're direct, vague, passive-aggressively done, they get triggered. Number three is, Pisces, they don't fake interest. So if they like you, they really like you. If they don't, they just don't. It's no in between. Now, number four is the fact that Pisces, they disappear instead of pretending. So if they're not happy with the situation, they will simply leave. Number five is that Pisces, they see inconsistencies. So they know the pattern of which you started from the beginning to, to finish. And in those gaps, they know, okay, you're not just as interested as I am, not even on a small scale. Number six is the fact that Pisces, they don't need constant approval. So if you say, oh, I like this about you, Pisces, that may just be enough, because a Pisces doesn't want to be crowded upon, smothered, or to just have a bunch of people, saying, oh, you did such a good job or so well, because sometimes Pisces likes to just do things in private, in secret. Now, number seven is, a Pisces can get quiet and observant at the same time. Now, they would do this because when it's necessary, a Pisces will say to themselves, okay, it's time to say something, and then it's not time. See, now, number nine is the fact that Pisces, they don't chase everybody, and they're very selective. They don't want to be friends with just anyone or just talk to anyone, because that can introduce or invite an enemy in. See, so Pisces got to observe the situation and, test the person first. Number 10 is that Pisces, they pick up on energy shifts. So when something doesn't feel right, 9 times out of 10, it's because it's not. Because it's a situation that is definitely off. See, it feels off. So number 11 is, a Pisces, they remember what was said months ago. So they have a good memory, and they don't need krill oil or fish oil to prove it. Now, number 12 is the fact that Pisces aren't easy to manipulate, because they question things. They make enough, they make themselves enough, time available to decipher, process, filter a situation. So that way it keeps them from getting manipulated, because they think things through. Now, number 13 is the fact Pisces can read a room quickly, and this is why your Pisces mate or friend might not want to join you on different types of events or parties or shows if they know the situation doesn't feel safe for them emotionally, or just doesn't feel safe for everyone. Okay, now number 14 is that Pisces oftentimes they trust their instincts before they trust yours. So a lot of times they're going to go from within to how they feel and let the intuition guide them. Now, number 15 is the fact that Pisces, they don't always explain themselves, because not everything needs to be explained, and Pisces feels like I said it once, I did it once, you should know. And it's not everybody's business, because you're not supposed to tell everyone what you're up to. And explaining things just makes you more vulnerable, makes you question yourself, and it's like it creates a state of doubt, a mind state. Now, when it comes number 16, Pisces, they walk away unexpectedly. So at any time they can care for you and then just leave you. So this can happen, and I understand it's very unpredictable of Pisces to do this, but this is in a Pisces nature. Now, number 17 is Pisces. Oftentimes they value authenticity, so they're very big on people being 100% of themselves, so that way they can reach their full potential. Number 18 is that Pisces, they don't force connections. So here, if they merge with you, if they feel you and they can see the match within your your actions, then 9 times out of 10 the Pisces will just naturally connect with you. But if Pisces is pure at heart and then they absorb your energy and they realize that it's not the same, then it's going to take work. But sometimes, depending on how intense the emotions are, that will determine whether or not that Pisces keeps the connection or not. Now, number 19 is the fact Pisces can be emotionally intense. So sometimes if a Pisces feels something, they feel it strongly, and this is why they go silent, because they cannot take for granted the energy that they receive. It's almost like receiving mail. When you receive mail, you know how important it is. No matter what is sent to you, you must read it. So a Pisces knows, if I feel something, I have to go within, and I have to pay attention, observe, and just know things, because this is who I am. And if a Pisces is not able to do this, then they're just going to leave. They're going to disappear from the situation. Now, number 20 is that Pisces make people feel seen. And this could be both good or bad, depending on how much of yourself have you accepted. See, it's like, how much of yourself have you accepted of yourself? And if it's 50 out of 100, that's not good, because Pisces can expose everything about you that you don't like about yourself. See, this is what Pisces does, because like I say, with Neptune's influence, Neptune exposes, bro. So everything that can't be seen, that is usually in this reality blind to certain certain people. Let's look at like fog. When it's cloudy, you could barely see where vision is pretty much it's like the vision of it's difficult. It's difficult. It's like you can't when it's something like you driving and you get those alerts that something's going on, and says the vision of the highway is a lot of rain, a lot of visibility is very low, so it's like you can't see. And a lot of times this is why you got to go within, and because your soul is connected to your intuition, it also requires you to be hyper aware of things, as well as thoughtful when necessary. But at the same time, you got to stay focused, because if you're not focused, like I say, then sometimes a Pisces can just trip over things. And why I say it like this metaphorically, is because a Pisces can stumble upon something that they wasn't looking for. And see, sometimes this could be a Pisces just hanging out with you, and you guys were just talking about the game football, basketball championship game, and then the person tells you that they murdered someone. And it's like, damn, like you feel like a boundary was dissolved and this person spit something out that you didn't have a napkin to, to take care of it. So you feel burdened down with your energy because you have to use your energy to discern the situation, and then vice versa. Now, let's say somebody is acting confident, and usually that's because you can see that, you can observe it. But see, a Pisces notices the insecurity underneath. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everything that's hidden, and Pisces exposes this naturally, so they don't have to try to bust you out or reveal things or know you or gossip. No, it's just from a Pisces simply being present, just being in the vicinity. They can literally tap into things, absorb everything. Because I could give you guys a true story. There was a dog that I delivered an order to a lady or customer, and her dog was just locked eyes. His head didn't move, and the dog was just staring at me, and I'm looking at the dog, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to show no fear. So I just got out the car normal, and I cut eye contact. I said, I'm not going to stare at this dog because it already is probably, scared of me more than I'm scared of him or her. And then I ended up just, standing still, and I used the real soft voice, and I said, hey, how you doing? Just like if it was a person or human. And the dog just sniffed me out maybe for 2 seconds, and then he was cool. So that my point exactly is the fact that sometimes when people, sometimes the bark is not something to be afraid of, because some people have insecurities and they put up shields. And like I say, they do this so that way they don't seem, appear to be vulnerable, because at times they may be easily exposed concerning, different questions, different things, different personality, different people, that and a lot of times they feel like they have to tell on themselves in order for them to heal. Now, what is the outcome of all this? Okay, the person feels exposed and then uncomfortable. See, because if somebody doesn't want you to see what's underneath their shirt, and that doesn't have to be on their skin, it could be just something inside of them that they do not want anyone to know or to find out about. And let's say a Pisces just allowed you to feel comfortable enough emotionally to where you felt comfortable revealing what was underneath your shirt. See, so you took your coat off, your hat, which we say in so many words, the mask, and then all of a sudden, when you have to see yourself for who you truly are and your flaws as well, not just the good things, you realize that, wow, I did all these things, and I have to say something because the people know your heart, and see that purity and the absorption is very strong. So you could literally help somebody find a way out, including freedom of the mind and not being trapped in their thoughts. So like, comment, share, subscribe if you ever went through something like this, or you are a Pisces and you might not be aware of your energy, and you might have felt and observed people moving funny or just acting funny or acting different. And it's like, you may have noticed that it didn't happen with others. You may have noticed, oh, it's always with me that this person acts funny, acts different, acts uncomfortable. It's because you're triggering them, and they're not going to tell you, oh, you're triggering me. No, their behavior is going to show, their actions is going to show you, and that communication that's blocked off is because of it. So like, comment, share, subscribe, you guys, and tune in for the next one. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace out.